Good afternoon, class. My name is Nicholas Freer, and I'm going to be doing a presentation on video game moderation for kids around the ages of 8 through 12. I believe that the age of 8 through 12 are actually really important for the mind and development. For my first slide, it is going to be about the health problems. I believe that health crisis among the youth in the United States is actually on the rise, and about 1 in 3 kids are actually on a 1 in 3 kids are obese. I believe that that is a very crucial matter because they're not getting enough exercise for whatever reason. It can be, a number of reasons, but I believe video games are among the main portion of it, as I see that kids are playing sports as well, but they're playing too many video games. Of course, fast food is a thing, your eating habits, your stress, but um, kids are currently spending more time playing video games than exercising and eating well, and I believe that is bad. It also is just about their weight. It's also about their mind. That excess amount of video games is actually really bad for the human brain. Just like in life, moderation is everything. Uh, on slide number, on my second slide, I like to talk about time management. I believe that getting kids under the impression of managing your time better as a student, or not as a student, just managing your time at a young age helps you in the future. As when I was a kid, I wish I had better time management. I wish I had the limitations that I do now and the understanding about how little time we have in a day. At the current spending, kids spend about 13 to 15 hours a week playing video games. I believe that is not good, as they should only be playing around 5 to 10 hours a week. So, given, let's just say, a 5 day period a week for your school days, I believe that during the 5 days, you should have only about an hour to 2 hours. And on the weekends, that should be up left to you as a parent. I believe that weekends should be held with family, as I also see that you know kids do not really spend time with their family anymore. As I watched the news thing on CBS where a mom was talking about Fortnite, and her kid would be spending around 6 hours a day playing Fortnite. She said that she is losing control, and that she feels that it's taking over her life, and she doesn't know what to do about being the bad guy. But as a parent, you're always going to be the bad guy. So I suggest that I wish that she would step up and tell her kid, look, only play this time and only play about these times. There are certain ways that you can prevent them. On the Xbox or PlayStation, you can have certain. You can go to the settings and set up to where your kid can only play for about 1 or 2 hours a day, and if they do good that day with schoolwork and their homework's done, then you can grant them extra time. Uh, I believe slide number 3 is my pro and personal experiences. When I was in high school, so my sophomore year, so I was 12. Um, when I was a freshman, and I played a lot of video games when I was younger. My parents worked 18 hours a day. They couldn't really. I got away with a lot. And as you see on the left, that's not my actual report card, but that's generally what my report card would look like. And I'm not proud of that, but I'm not embarrassed of it because it made me who I am today. On the left, on the right side is my sister's report card. She has straight A's. She's more moderated. She does come home. She does her schoolwork. You know, and then she does whatever. And then she does what she wants to do, whether it's playing video games or talk to her friends and hang out. Excuse me. It's one of the biggest life lessons I learned because my sophomore year I did flunk out. I had a 0.67 grade point average because all I did was come home and play games. I lied to my parents. Yeah, I'm doing my homework, blah blah blah. I used to take my report card and throw them away. I wish I didn't do that. I wish I had a better understanding of everything. And I left my sophomore year. My junior year I was homeschooled. I came back my senior year and I graduated. But my junior year is when my parents would start to focus on me. They realized that they had to, and I'm really appreciative for that because I wouldn't be the person who I am today. Now I know, understand that I need to get important things done, and those video games are to the select or to, you know, the basically just there, that they're always going to be there. Life comes at you fast, and I wish I knew that when I was younger. Uh, so now I want to talk about moderation, the reason behind moderation in video games in general. And I believe everything in life should be moderated, no matter what it is. Drinking, working out, work, you can't you need to moderate things and give your body a rest. You know, you can't work out for 6 hours a day every day. Your body's gonna just tumble. And there was one study that really caught my eye where they took approximately 72 people, they cut them in half, and half of the people played StarCraft 2, which is an RTS game, a real-time strategy game. The other half played The Sims, which is a more relaxed game, and they played for about 40 hours in a span of 8 weeks. And the people who played StarCraft exhibited better reflexability. They had better conditions in which players would rapidly switch between contexts and maintaining memory for both contexts, is what author Brian D. Glass for the University of London had concluded with the study, that people who basically who played RTS games or shooting games had better functionality, but who didn't play as much as they did. You know, he also said that people need to play all the time would exhibit anger, along with laziness, gain of weight. But when you play for about 2 hours a day, 2-3 hours a day, um, it's more beneficial for the human brain. That it does help with your cognitivity, with critical thinking, and your reflexes. Another thing I'd like to point out was a sports psychologist, John Trader. Uh, he gave me pretty good insight on what parents should do if their kids are exhibiting like playing too much at one time. A video game addictiveness is what the WebMD, what the World Medical Center suggests. And he said, play with them. If you're curious about how the game will affect them, play with your kids. Talk to them. Take the time to understand why they play and what they play. That will give you ground to understand what's going through their mind, and you can help them set up more time management for them and set up some ground rules that you are the parent and that they need to understand that what you're doing for them is beneficial. He also suggested that you try not to tell them, don't play for this amount of time, but do your but tell them do your homework and then you can play. When you tell a kid don't do it, they're gonna want to do it. Uh, so one thing I really want you guys to take from this is the fact that I think video games are beneficial for a growing brain, as studies have shown that it has improved critical thinking skills, along with reflexes, cognitivity. I think I'm saying that right.